Hi guys, Nick here with BitGalaxis, bringing you a new video on 3D game development. And today I wanted to show you a new tool called KenShape, developed by Kenney. Now, you can buy this tool from his website, which I'll link in the description below. It's $3.99, and I realize there's a lot of free tools you can use, but the reason why I think it's worth its money is because it effectively lets you build 3D models kind of like a voxel model creator, and it's very simple yet very effective. So to kind of demonstrate what you can do with this, I mean, you could make things like trees or buildings or vehicles or all sorts of little objects. There are limitations to the software, but let's just jump in to show you how it works. And you're going to start out with a 16 by 16, 24 by 24, 32 by 32. Just pick whatever size you want to work with. I'm going to go small here for the demonstration and pick 16 by 16. So what you're going to notice is at the bottom you have these tabs for drawing, depth, preview, or export. Drawing is just you're going to draw what you want. So you're going to make like a side view or top view or a right view of some object, and that's going to be the starting point. You also have depth, which is where you're going to dictate, how deep are each of these going to go. So let's just start out with a real quick example. Let's make a tire, for example, and I'm just going to put it right here, and we'll just go light gray in the middle there, and then we'll add, the sides here. So with your depth, you're then going to say, starting out, you'll see that they're all 1, right? Well, I want to keep the middle a 1 because the hub is usually inside the tire, and the tire is usually a little bit fatter. So we'll then say the 2 depth here for the edges here. And I'm going to leave 1 on these edges on the outside here because the tire, kind of rotates out. So when you preview it, you'll see a small preview down here. And supposedly you can resize this. I don't know what this is. Oh, just clicking on that resizes it. But your full preview here lets you rotate it, and you can kind of see, there's things that are 1 are narrower and things that are 2 are wider out. And if you want to change that, let's say we want to make these are 3, and you start to see the preview there that they stick out further. So one thing that might be helpful is if you could maybe change the background color on your preview so you could see more detail or have more contrast on what you're looking at. But otherwise, you kind of get the idea of what it is. And so really, it goes all the way up to 8. So we can change this to 8. And that's actually quite deep, to be honest with you. That gets you some actual 3D depth there if you're making something. So let's say that we want to go into, I'll just open up one I've made previously. And we'll say we're going to open up the truck that I had built. And if you look at the truck, I'd put a lot of different depths here. So from the side, it actually looks pretty plain Jane. But once you actually see it in the preview mode, that depth kind of adds a lot of detail that says, oh, okay, this is actually not so plain Jane. And, obviously, because we're using the depth from the side, you don't get this option to input a window on the front. So you would probably want to export this, and then after you export it, make some modifications and match up, line up the pixels here. The other options that you don't just have to draw squares. You have angles here, or shapes, rounded things and flatter things. So you could go like this, actually go like that. And then let's say we want to change that depth to, 7. And there you have a little flatbed on the back of the truck that we've added. You could also do the rounded shape on the tires here. The only problem, let me change the color. The only problem is that you can't do it on the top here because then you'll see let's do it on the top to show you what's wrong with that. You're going to have nothing there. Oh, I need to actually get it. I am just pressing space too much. If you want to change the rotation of these shapes, you just press space. And obviously down here you can also see shift it only puts the color down. So let's say I want to change this black to red, but I don't want to keep the shape. I press shift and press it, and it's just going to change the color but keep the shape. Control says only the shape. So if I want to keep the color but I only want to change the shape, so let's say I change this to green here and I press control and then I use this shape, it's going to change the shape without changing the color. So those are some options you have. If we go back into our preview, you can see that those have applied, but oops, on this one I messed it up somehow. I don't know how I did that. I thought I took care of that. Let's go look at that again. Oh, the depth is only 1, so I need to change that back to 8. And then we'll go look at it. And there you go. So the one problem that you have, you can't see in the preview, is that obviously there's no red here. And it's hard to see in the preview, but the red does not come up to this. So when you put a shape like this curve, the outside of that shape is going to be empty in that same square. So the square has to either have just one color and one shape, each square, so they can't merge, you know, the neighbor at all, which quite frankly, that's a limitation that I think I'm okay with, because if I really wanted to do that and go that far, I could just export it into Blender or some other 3D modeling program and just modify it there. But in this case, for the purposes, for the simplicity of it, it really does serve its job well. And you can make some pretty cool things. They also have some objects that they preview on the website, but that's pretty much the extent of it. You draw, you set your depths, then you preview it, and you can also export. And you have all these export options. They're really powerful. You got 3D, voxel, GIF, whatever you say. I'm not going to start an argument there, just whatever you prefer. You know, obviously object, you know, OBJ, FBX, and all these formats, and then also your unwrapped and atlas texture, things like that. So, and then optimize, I think, is just removing vertices and you know, where possible, instead of making all these, you know, cubes everywhere, things like that. So it's really quite a powerful tool because of its simplicity, and in my opinion, it's definitely worth the $3.99 price tag that you pay for it. You can do quite a bit just with this simple tool and do it really quickly. Now, if you'd seen one of my previous videos where I actually made like a pixelated truck in Blender, and you know, we wrapped the textures and things like that, this effectively does the same thing. And I did probably about 1/10 of the amount of time getting it done as I did here. It really was just slap it in and go. So, my opinion, it's worth your time. But that's it for today, guys. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.